All right, so you can see how I've tied the string onto this pig, both of its limbs, hind and forelimbs. And then you're just always going to keep the string on there. All right, now today, what we're going to do is we're going to make some incisions. We're going to make some incisions that are in the middle, go down the midline. We're going to cut to the dorsal aspect of the pig. And we're also going to take this incision all the way up under the hair of this guy's chinny chin chin. So we're going to start with the scalpel. Again, I showed you how to hold the scalpel. You don't want to go too deep, so I'm going to make sure I don't go into the inner structure. So I'm going to pinch it so just a little bit of the scalpel is showing. So I'm going to make this incision. Now, this incision is going to start anterior to the umbilicus. So here's the umbilical cord right here. So there's where the umbilical cord was, right? This is a male, so there's the urogenital opening. See that little hole there? Remember, there's the scrotal swelling, tells me this is a guy. So I'm going to take this incision, and I'm going to proceed up the ventral midline to his chinny chin chin. Okay? Now I'm using my scissors to deepen the incision. Notice it's blunt side down. Okay, so I'm going to keep going up this way. Actually, see how I separate the skin from the musculature underneath? One of the things about fetal pigs is their muscles, because they've just been in the uterus, they're not very well developed, so they're not really very clear. If you talk to your friends in biomed that are doing cats, they'll tell you that the musculature, so there I've cut that incision down the ventral midline. Now I'm going to continue. I need my tweezers. I like grabbing the skin and lifting the skin, and I put the scissors in and then I kind of separate it. See how I do that? That way I just get the skin. So I'm going to continue on around the umbilical cord, separation, not going too deep. Okay. I'm going to do the same around the other side. So my blunt side of my scissors is down, that way I'm not cutting too deep. I'm not going into the body cavity. Excuse me. Okay. Okay. Here's the rib cage right here. You can feel the edge of the rib cage. So I want to find that margin. I'm going to lift up, and I'm going to cut, and then I'm going to separate. Lift, and eventually, so right there you can see there's a little bit of hole right there. Now that's the body cavity. So I'm just going to keep going, still musculature. Now I'm in the body cavity, so you can see that there's some stringy stuff. That's muscle. Now I'm going to lift. I'm lifting with my tweezers, lifting that direction, and I'm going to keep my scissors in there and just cut. I'm cutting the musculature of the body wall through the abdominal cavity. You're going to see this shiny stuff. That's the peritoneum. So we have this shiny material, shiny connective tissue. See that, how shiny that is? This shiny connective tissue is important because it helps our viscera, your small intestine and stuff that's in there, slide around. So I'm going to keep going there a little bit deeper. You can see some liquids coming out. Sorry about that. Ooh, class is over somewhere for somebody. I'm eventually going to cut that. Now, we're going to get to a different part of the dissection here in just a second. So there's a brown structure right there. What do you suppose that guy is? So I'm going to do the same on the other side, on the right and the left side. I can see see some of the structures in there. Then you're going to see, if you've done it correctly, there's a blood vessel right here. There's a blood vessel right there, and we need to pay attention to that. I'm going to pause the video for a second, and I'm going to make a couple of strings.